Talking
Paragon,
about
I guess I
hanging
should say.
chads.
No. And so a gigachat is like the Uber that.
Oh,
Oh,
you guys also didn't know that?
no.
No.
Okay, good.
Kevin, pop culture,
In nature.
nature.
Welcome in, listeners. It's a trivia podcast.
Who's the British guy that talks on the nature shows?
David
David
Attenborough.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that?
Wait, wasn't he
category?
walking around with Queen Elizabeth in a garden or
Lowland
something?
gorilla.
Yeah. In some decade, because
Like
all we
the
do is
the
ask
30s.
decade questions. Listeners, it's a trivia
40s.
podcast. All we do is ask decade questions and astrological sign questions and Shakespeare questions.
If you're not here for those three things, why are you here?
Not really.
Why are you here?
Please stay.
How shall we describe you?
And we're going to tiptoe very lightly around what we're quoting right now. Listeners, we invite you to play the secret phrase game along with us. One of us has been assigned a secret phrase by the other three hosts, and it's your job to figure out who said it and what they said, and then you'll have a chance to submit your guess at the end of the episode for some free stuff.
What are you doing with this woman?
So I think by submitting your guess, you'll be performing the natural obligation. Let's go ahead and get into our next game, which is going to be a game of Jeopardy. But on this podcast, we don't call it a game of Jeopardy. We call it a Jepisode. Today's Jepisode has been brought to us by me.
That's because yours truly retired.
Yeah, he gone.
He
So
gone.
I'm just going to bamboozle you through my categories.
Bamboozling commencing.
Voice key incorrect. Hey, can someone keep score? Kevin?
Kevin Sads.
I'll perform the natural obligation.
Kevin, can someone keep score, please?
You don't want to use Mike's good whiteboard?
Yeah, I have a great whiteboard.
I like my whiteboard.
Oh. I always give you power over the whiteboards. Have you ever had a broken one?
No, because I haven't broken mine.
Do you give us the same one every time?
broken
Yes.
something.
I used Mike's last time. You weren't here.
Well,
Yeah, apparently everybody likes mine now. It's in vogue.
yeah, yours was like the least desirable until they broke theirs.
I'm pretty sure Andy
Hey,
broke
I
mine.
think yours is cool. All right. Bulb burnouts.
What?
Bulb burnouts.
Okay.
We've got chemistry here.
All right, Janice.
Stadium sponsors presented by random.org. That hyperlinked.
Yeah.
What's that refrain?
What's his name?
Lanesy River.
What?
Lanesy River.
How do you spell that?
Lane, S-Y, River.
Did I spell
Don't
something
like that.
No,
And other news.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna dislike most of what I'm looking at here.
As usual. As usual, Kevin will be starting us off today.
Is that usual?
I don't know. I just kind of said that because it was the last thing I said. Where are we going to start out?
Yeesh. What's that refrain for 100?
What's that refrain?
So, in What's That Refrain, I will read you the lyrics to a parody song, and I want you to tell me the name of the real song. So, for instance, I might read, I churn butter once or twice, living
Kevin.
it.
Gangster's Paradise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Dang, that was the one I knew.
By the way,
Are they all Weird Al?
it doesn't matter, but all 6 of them are 6 different artists.
Okay.
But are they all Weird Al?
No.
Oh.
Wait, the actual songs are different artists, or
All 6 of the parody artists
okay?
Oh, really?
are 6 different artists. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Because
Oh, wow.
I didn't want to give Weird Al too much weight.
he deserves all the weight.
He does. Absolutely.
He's
100%.
fat. He's fat. You know it.
For one?
Sure.
All right. His palms spaghetti.
Katie,
Katie.
lose yourself.
That's correct. Man, I wish you would let me read more of that.
Go ahead.
His palms spaghetti, knees weak, arms spaghetti. There's vomit on his sweater spaghetti, mom spaghetti. He's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm spaghetti to drop bombs. But he keeps on spaghetti what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes spaghetti. He opens his mouth, but spaghetti won't come out.
Oh man.
That's awesome.
For 2. Suddenly, I need waffle fries in front of me
Oh.
with some nuggets and a large sweet tea.
Yep.
Oh, Chick-fil-A, you set me free. Kids, get in the
Oh,
van
shoot.
so we can go there today. But their store's all
Kevin.
closed. Kevin.
Yesterday.
Yes.
Chick-fil-A. Is that?
What a dirty, rotten trick to play.
Tim Hawkins.
Yeah. I thought it was. He did Chick-fil-A for a different song.
He has. Yeah.
It's like
I forget one.
Chick-fil-A. No, it's Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme is what I live for.
But he has another Chick-fil-A song too, which came up before this one when I was looking
Wow.
for it.
Okay, 300.
For 3. I've sinned greatly, but Christ's for real, baby. It's a wonder he saved me and just didn't hate me. So won't you stand up? So won't you tell him, save me, please stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Slim Shady.
Andy.
Real Slim Shady.
That is correct.
It's like KJ52.
No, it's
Apologetics.
yeah. 400.
Board's yours. All right. For 4.
Thank you.
You guys had a little Stolpy Rats thing going on there.
How come you're always such a fussy young man? Don't want no Captain Crunch. Don't want no Raisin Bran. Well, don't you know that other kids are starving in Japan?
Closing.
So
Katie.
Katie.
Closing time.
No. So eat it. Just eat it.
Andy.
Andy.
Beat it.
That's correct. That one's Weird Al.
500.
For 5. Yuletide squirrels, fresh filleted by the choir. They poked hot skewers through their nose. Everybody knows some pepper and a garlic clove help to make them seasoned right. Tiny rats with a crisp golden coat will really hit the spot tonight.
I have no
We
idea.
have one with headphones off
Well, but what's it
and
called?
one with hand on the back of the
Andy?
skull. Andy.
Walking in the Winter Wonderland.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Oh,
I mean, like, I know what the refrain is, but
yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
if that's the name of the song. Kevin,
Kevin.
Merry Christmas to you.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Stupid.
If you guys give me a hint, I'll probably guess, but I don't actually know.
So Kevin knew the song, but unfortunately it's called Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire. Yuletide. How does it go? Everybody knows some pepper and a garlic clove help to make them seasoned right. All right, where are we going?
600.
For 6.
By the way, Katie's winning.
With negative points.
No, you have 100.
Oh.
I have 0. He has negative 100.
Go us.
Yeah.
I'll just go yell outside. Here's a phone I haven't tried. Okay, now I hear you clearly on my Chiquita phone. Your voice sounds so delicious and full of potassium.
Stupid.
Shalom. Buenos dias. I forgot how to say hi in English temporarily-ish.
Repeat.
I'll just go yell outside. Here's a phone I haven't tried. Okay, now I hear you clearly on my Chiquita phone. Your voice sounds so delicious, full of potassium. Shalom. Buenos dias. I forgot how to say hi in English temporarily-ish.
Can you repeat the first part again?
I'll just go yell outside. Here's a phone I haven't tried. Okay, now I hear you clearly on my Chiquita phone. Your voice sounds so delicious and full of potassium. Shalom. Buenos dias. I forgot how to say hi in English temporarily-ish.
Okay, I have a guess, but it might be way wrong. Should I go for it?
Totally.
Dude, no.
Dude, no. Wow. Katie's concerned for Andy.
Dude, no call.
Andy.
Andy.
No.
Fergalicious?
I'm sorry. That's incorrect.
Oh!
Just because of the delicious.
I
Yeah.
feel like I should get 100 points for telling him to not.
For telling him, dude, no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Passionately.
Shalom. Buenos
hello?
dias. I forgot to say hi in English temporarily-ish.
Gross.
Hello by Adele.
Who's working
I don't know. Some lady I didn't recognize.
Okay.
It's kind of funny, but also kind of raunchy, so probably don't look it up.
Okay.
Where are we going next?
Me with a lot of negative points. Let's do Lanesy River for 100.
Lanesy River for 100. I'll describe a lane. You tell me the lane.
Oh. Okay.
Perhaps, for one,
Yeah.
perhaps everyone's favorite lane. This was also the name of the top track in the 9th installment of Vin Diesel's street racing franchise.
No.
What?
That's the 100 pointer?
Fast lane.
Oh. Life in the fast lane.
Oh. 200.
For 2. This is the name of a Sia song, an upcoming Eddie Murphy movie, and a Los Angeles neighborhood famed and visited seasonally for its Andy.
Candy Cane Lane.
Candy Cane Lane is correct. For its Christmas lights and displays.
300.
For 3. Dustin Hoffman's character asked Will Ferrell's character about this monarchical title in the film Stranger Than Fiction.
It's a funny moment.
Repeat.
Dustin Hoffman's character asked Will Ferrell's character about this monarchical title in the film Stranger Than Fiction. Think you're going to have to hit us with a sounder, Kevin. King of the Lanes?
Oh, I love that movie.
Me too. Andy, where are we going?
400.
For 4.
Andy, you're
I
dominating
feel like
this
I've had
board.
control forever and I'm just losing.
Yes. Some of this lane's biggest pictures include the Justice League, Man of Steel, and Secretariat.
Bruh.
Repeat.
Some of this lane's biggest pictures include the Justice League, Man of Steel, and Secretariat.
That
Go for it, Katie.
doesn't make sense. Lois.
Diane Lane. Andrew,
500.
for 5. This lane has 2 Conference USA championships and a 2-4 bowl record to his name, not to mention 5 wins and
Kitty.
15... KD.
Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin. And 15 losses with the Oakland Raiders.
Oh, yeah. Him.
600.
For 6. This lane was a 3rd-degree master mason of the Blue Lodge before his death in 1744, at which time his burial beneath Trinity Church and the burial of his name
KD.
behind... KD.
Parkington.
Parkington Lane is correct. And the burial of his name behind the Declaration of Independence became key to the discovery
One of those boards.
King Solomon's treasure. Katie, where are we going?
Did you guys know that?
No.
Oh, the disgust.
King of the Lanes?
We've got chemistry here.
We've got chemistry here.
for 100.
So in this category, I will read to you
This is physics, right?
the chemical compound of something, and then describe it. And you need to tell me the common name of that thing.
Okay.
Okay, so for instance, I will say H2O
Water.
or dihydrogen oxide comes free at restaurants.
Okay.
All right, for 1.
Yeah.
You may encounter C6H2NO23CH3 or trinitrotoluene, most commonly in a Roadrunner cartoon, but it's best
Kevin.
known. Andy,
Dynamite. TNT.
TNT is correct.
200.
For 2, N2O or nitrous oxide gets its common name. KD.
Ooh. Dry ice?
Sorry,
Andy.
that's incorrect. Andy,
Laughing gas.
that's correct.
300.
For 3, O3.
Andy.
Andy,
Ozone.
that's correct.
400.
For 4, CHCl3 or trichloromethane is a volatile, colorless, strong-smelling, dense liquid that serves as a powerful Kevin.
Oh no. Chloroform.
Chloroform is correct.
Oh, man.
Anesthetic, euphoriant, anxiolytic, and sedative.
500.
For 5. NaHCO3, or sodium bicarbonate.
Kitty.
KD.
Baking soda.
That's correct. Oh, that was a really long clue, so thank you.
600.
There's lots of uses for that. For 6, MgSO4-7H2O, or magnesium sulfate, has been used for hundreds of years to treat ailments, especially when dissolved in baths.
Repeat. What's the? What are you looking for?
Apparently something.
The common name.
Oh, repeat.
It
please.
looked like you were looking for something on your paper.
I was looking for the bold lettering for my daily double, which I found. MgSO4-7H2O, or magnesium sulfate, has been used for hundreds of years to treat ailments, especially when dissolved in baths.
Oh,
Oh, no. Is that it?
Andy?
Anna would know it.
Andy,
Epsom or Epsom.
Epsom salt is correct.
Oh, darn it. I just thought of that.
Wow.
What's the score?
Yeah, what do we got after half a board?
I have 400. Andy has 700. Katie has 1,500.
Wow. Lots of lost points.
Other news for 100.
Other news for 100.
Is this like your last news category?
Yeah, so in the last one I had old news. This is other news.
Okay.
I'll
Kevin
describe-
wasn't here for that. Do you want to explain it to him?
So I described things or phrases or people or whatever that had new in the name. So this is that again, hence the name Other News. This new comes around more than biannually, but less often than semi-annually, and is usually rung in with empty promises and
Katie.
a glass of Katie
New Year's.
and a glass of bubbly. That is correct. New Year.
200.
For 2. This new is a bubbly and quirky teacher who moves to a loft in LA after answering
Andy.
Kitty.
Andy.
New girl.
That is correct. Answering an ad for a new roommate on Craigslist.
300.
For 3. This new was Franklin's list of agencies and programs, including the
Kevin.
New
Deal.
New Deal is correct. The WPA, the FSA, and the Social Security Administration.
400.
For 4. Due to its social issues and nationalist movements, in 1911, this new was ordered by George V to replace Calcutta in Indian government.
Kitty.
KD.
New Delhi.
New Delhi is correct.
500.
For 5. A totalitarian government with a globalist agenda to replace sovereign nation states. This new is still only... Kevin.
New World Order?
New World Order is correct. Still only hypothetical, though its growing presence and influence may already be felt.
600.
For 6. Not to be confused with one of the biggest names in felt-covered tables, this new is known...
Kevin.
Kitty.
Kevin.
New Brunswick.
Brunswick is correct.
Darn it.
This new is known
Good job,
in
Kevin.
its country's southeast for its apples, cranberries, and maple syrup.
Stadium sponsors prevented by random.org.
Stadium sponsors presented by random.org. In this category, I will read to you sports teams that play in a particular stadium. So it could be one, it could be multiple that share a stadium. And you need to tell me the sponsor of that stadium.
Okay.
Okay.
For 1,
Yeah.
New Orleans Pelicans.
Kitty.
KD.
Smoothie King.
Smoothie King is correct.
We've talked about this.
We have.
On this podcast.
Yeah, but like some of us have other information from the previous 16 years of our lives before we
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
spontaneously became a thing that gum up the
Combusted.
works and prevent us from accessing that information as quickly as you just did.
Come up the works.
200.
For 2. New England Patriots.
Katie.
KD.
Gillette.
Gillette is correct. New England Revolution.
It's a good team name.
Best a man can get.
KD, where we go?
300.
Gotcha.
For 3. St. Louis Cardinals.
Kitty.
KD.
Bush.
That is correct.
I can't believe with the other categories that you have here that you put this in there.
Wait, am I favoring KD with Bush Stadium?
Absolutely.
Really?
You're favoring him with this
Andy?
category.
I would.
I feel like you all three have a really
Yeah.
even chance at this category.
No.
This is while it's not geography, it's similar enough. I understand what they're talking about.
That's surprising to me, but okay. To where?
4.
Las Vegas Raiders, UNLV.
KD.
KD.
Allegiant.
That is correct.
This is not common knowledge.
I've known all of these.
I knew Gillette.
Okay.
5. No.
Los Angeles.
Wait.
Oh.
What's the score?
Oh no.
Andy has 900. I have 1,800. You have 3,000.
Okay, I would just do the 5. Is that okay?
Los Angeles Clippers. Los Angeles Kings.
Oh,
Los Angeles Lakers.
crap.
Los Angeles Sparks.
It's new. It's not the competitor to Dunder Mifflin anymore.
There's a competitor to Dunder Mifflin. Who would buy paper from someone else?
Pfizer Forum. That's the Bucks. I know.
Oh. Sorry. Oh, I thought you were guessing.
No. That was my guess.
Yeah, I thought that was his
Oh.
guess.
Yeah, that's my
Andy,
guess.
do you know?
Yeah, I think isn't it Crypto Arena?
Crypto.com, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Katie,
600.
for 6. Brooklyn Nets. New York Islanders. New York Liberty.
Katie.
Katie.
Barclays Center.
correct.
Yeah, I just got there.
When it rains, it pours.
Yep.
And African rains smell like African water.
Yep. Is that an old idiom?
It is now.
Sounds like something from Wise and Otherwise.
Oh man! Every time you mention Wise and Otherwise, I think Wits and Wagers, and then I'm like, how does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One's numbers and one's old
Stuff.
sayings.
Yeah.
Though I don't know if they're real old sayings. I think they're just made up.
100 on bulb burnouts.
Bulb burnouts. So in this category, you can imagine you're driving down the road and you see a store, an establishment, a restaurant,
Nice.
and one or more of the letters.
Was this inspired by a particular?
Maybe. One or more of the letters on their little light up sign has burned out, and so now it spells something else. And so it's your job to tell me what it spells. I will describe to you what this bulb burnout establishment might be peddling, and then I will tell you how many letters have
I
burned
need to
out.
give you the
So you need to give me the fake
name.
establishment.
Are you
So
giving
for
us info
instance-
about the fake establishment? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Example.
So, for instance, instead of bulk foods, this members only store just sells portable beds. 1.
Costco.
Costco.
Costco. Because I'm not rearranging anything. It's just a burnout of one or more letters.
Okay.
All right, for 1?
Yep.
All right. Instead of gasoline, you might just find punishment and destruction. Katie.
Hell.
That is correct.
Jeez.
200.
For 2. Instead of tire care, patrons might visit this place to take care of their oozy orifice. Kevin.
Good ear.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Instead of tire care, patrons might visit this place to take care of their oozy orifice wax. 2.
Katie.
KD.
Good ears.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Remember, the number is the number of letters that have burned out.
Repeat.
Oh,
Instead of tire care, patrons might visit this place to take care of their oozy orifice wax. 2.
Andy.
Andy.
Goo ear.
Goo ear is correct.
okay. On the Costco example, when you said 1, I was like, oh, it's 1 cot. Costco.
No.
That's my bad.
Yeah.
300.
For 3. Instead of buttery rolls and juicy steaks, this restaurant just serves up sadness and weeping. 5.
Repeat.
Instead of buttery rolls and juicy steaks, this restaurant just serves up sadness and weeping. 5.
It should be 6.
One more time.
Instead of buttery rolls and juicy steaks, this restaurant just serves up sadness and weeping. 5.
Kevin. Tier House.
Tier House is correct.
If I had said a sad house, is that right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
What would that be? From what? From what?
Sad House, Texas Roadhouse.
A sad house. Taking off TEX, that's 3, and then RO. Like, it doesn't matter. I didn't buzz
3,
in.
4, 5. I would have had to consider that for sure. Yeah, happened to be the same.
400.
Although I had sadness in the clue. So.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
For 4. Instead of peddling low-quality items at rock-bottom prices, this establishment simply encourages you to create paintings, sketches, and sculptures. 5.
Repeat.
Instead of peddling low-quality items at rock-bottom prices, this establishment simply encourages you to create paintings, sketches, and sculptures. 5.
I give up.
I give up.
Do you remember that guy's name?
Which one? No, nobody remembers his name.
It's come back to me. It's Roos Tarples.
I've just forgotten it again.
Ouch.
I know the slogan, but I don't know who it is. I've heard it before.
I was looking for Do Art from Dollar Tree.
I wrote it down. Got confused. Stopped trying.
Kevin,
500.
for 5. This restaurant is no longer for high-quality steak aficionados, but rather just for those people who have had a portion of their rectum removed. 2.
Repeat.
This restaurant is no longer for high-quality... Andy.
Black anus?
Yes!
I mean, I don't think Black Angus is known as like high quality. That's pretty misleading.
I mean, it's higher quality than Texas Roadhouse, I think.
I mean, I would classify them both in the
same
mid to low tier.
For steakhouses.
Yeah.
That was good, Mike.
Thank you.
All right.
Andy, finish it out?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not.
Well,
It's not and say we did.
all right, for 6. Instead of pharmaceutical products and overpriced candy, this store just concurs. 4.
Kitty,
KD,
agree.
agree is correct. All right, scores going into Final Jeopardy.
Andy 1600, me 1900, KD 3600.
Within reach.
Barely.
Thank you, Andy.
The category?
Category is
Wait, do you have his... Oh, I guess you have to give us a category before our bids.
You guys both bid already.
Yeah.
category is Island Life. All right, thank you everyone for your wagers. Once again, category Island Life. Canada and the US are 4th and 5th in total islands, with 52,000 and 18,000 respectively. Which 3 countries have the most, each with over 150,000 islands?
So we get 3 guesses to get 3.
Yeah, you need to get all 3.
Okay.
Doesn't matter the order.
I feel like I've got 2.
I think I have 2 of 3.
I was surprised to learn that the US had 18,000 islands.
I think it's crazy that Canada has almost 3 times as much.
I think it's even crazier that the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd have 3 times as much as Canada.
That's true. Yeah. Also, like, are they counting like rocks in the middle of lakes?
I think so.
Stupid.
I don't know how else US would have 18,000.
Good point.
I don't like it, but I've got an answer.
Okay.
I don't like it.
We forgot to play the music.
Yeah.
Bum 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 bum. This is the tale
The tale.
Captain Jack Sparrow,
Everyone has answer?
a pirate so brave.
I never seen.
I've never seen. What was it?
I never seen something about
Anything along
Mung
parfaits dancing swiftly?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything. I never seen anything.
All right, we've got answers. Andy says Philippines, Indonesia, Russia, and has wagered 1,600 of his 1,600 points. Kevin says Indonesia, Philippines, Russia, and has wagered 1,900 of his 1,900 points. KD says Japan, Philippines, Indonesia, and has wagered 206 of his 3,600 points. And the final scores.
What's going to be more dramatic if you say the final scores or the correct answers?
The final scores are 0 to 33.94 because the three countries are Sweden, Norway, and Finland.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I thought Indonesia was like a slam dunk.
I know.
I
So
thought-
did I.
I thought the Philippines
I
were a
thought
slam dunk.
Indonesia and Philippines for sure. But
At one point, I had Norway written.
take a look at Norway.
But
Just look at a map of Norway. Look on the left side.
Sweden is what surprises me there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the
so
low- the
Sweden
lowlands.
has a bunch of like lakes with islands in the lakes.
Salt marshes.
Wow.
Norway's fjords are all kinds of islandy.
Wow.
And apparently Finland hopped in there for 150,000 islands.
Because they wanted to be next to each other.
Yeah. Nice job, Katie.
Thanks. Preach.
Have to be honest, I did not think that it would be this one-sided.
I think
This was actually one of
Lanesy
the
River was so hard, and I got lucky at the end.
This was one of the maybe 2 or 3 boards where I've actually sat back and thought after I made it, who has kind of predictable knowledge. So, everybody would think that Andy would get the chemistry category. Everyone would think that Kevin would get lanes because it's more pop culture.
And that he would get bulb burnouts because it's a speed category.
Yeah, you guys tend to all do well. Yeah, Kevin usually has the edge on like word type categories, I guess. I thought all 3 of you would be really even in stadium sponsors.
And other news, and I got both
yeah.
of those.
So
I mean, it very much played out like a KD board from.
The
Basically
stadium
start to
sponsors I
finish.
knew, I just didn't know them as fast as KD did. So I mean, it's not that he just was the only one.
But that's kind of how like chemistry is too. Like we would probably be able to figure out most of those things slower than you.
yeah, well, the idea. I mean, I think you guys. I didn't finish a single clue in chemistry.
Honestly, I didn't understand what you were doing with Lanesy River until like after 400 or something,
That was
and by then it was too hard.
What was the 500 in Lanesy River?
Lane Kiffin.
I think for this crowd, Lane Kiffin's way easier than Diane Lane.
Yeah, Diane Lane just seems like something that would be really easy for somebody in pop culture, like somebody who had knowledge of pop culture.
Oh yeah, we don't have that.
I mean, usually Kevin does, and often Andy does.
Yeah, I just couldn't figure out what you were doing in the category.
I mean, you knew what I was doing.
Not really, no.
With King of the Lanes.
Like,
You almost got it. You just couldn't think of it.
I knew it was a funny moment, but like,
And really, anybody should have been able to get it because you knew that it was going to have Lane in the name, and I said monarchical.
right? But I don't. Sometimes in the way that categories are explained or not explained, it just there's like a disconnect in terms of like because I know King of the Lanes, but you were asking for a monarch, so I was thinking like Chamberlain or something like that, like some sort of like British title that I couldn't figure out what you were doing. So maybe that's my bad.
Oh, well. I think it was a victim of maybe me misjudging you guys and also it being 10 o'clock. Well done once again, Katie. Final score 003394.
Thank you.
Listeners, if you think you know who said the secret phrase and what they said, go ahead and send an email to theguestroompodcast@gmail.com. Make sure you put SPG and the episode number in the subject line. And if you're right, within 7 days of this episode airing, you'll be entered into a monthly drawing for some guest room merch, which is cool. I think so. I'm wearing some right now.
That's
Katie pretty much always wears some. Like most of your wardrobe is guest room merch.
it's really just that one sweatshirt I love.
And I think you have a hat, and you also have at least one
yeah.
shirt,
Yeah.
and you have a mug or two.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of muggishness going on.
Yeah.
Your Captain Beefheart is fading,
Yeah,
like Captain Beefheart did too soon.
exactly.
And-
Way too soon in his 60s. So the reason he came up is because we thought he was part of the whatever club, like 23 club or something.
Well, what was great about
Yeah,
that
what
sequence
was that?
though was like it was either Kevin or Andy looking at the list and being like there's someone named Captain Beefheart. Wait, that's a song. Okay, well that's still a stupid song. Wait, no, that is an artist. What? And he still shouldn't have been there.
We love you, Captain Beefheart, and the whole Beefheart family. So just know that. Make sure you get your shirts. Check us out on our shop. All right, now it's time to reveal the secret phrase from 7 days ago. Yes, the lead-in into the secret phrase from 7 days ago. It was this person,
Twas me.
Andrew.
Twas.
A conversation amongst polar conversation bears.
Did you say that, or did you just say all those words a lot in a short amount of time?
Yes.
It seems like that was a pretty easy one to slip in.
There was a nice setup.
Yeah?
There was a nice little pass alley-oop towards the basket, and I just...
And you did not dunk it, but you laid it up like DeAndre ate.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not with authority, just...
No.
No,
Stone
had,
hands.
had, had,
Finesse.
the, had the dunk landed, turnaround hook shot.
Yeah. That was it. That was the secret phrase.
That considering the difficulty, I think it was excellently done.
Yeah, well delivered. Way to deliver it. Listeners, thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you. We especially appreciate you, our guest listers. Thank you so much for supporting us, keeping us guessing. You can always join the guest list at patreon.com/the guest room podcast. You get extra episodes. So if you feel like, man, I could really use more guest room in my life, something weird just happened with the headphones, then take a look. Take a little look-see. Patreon.com/the guest room podcast. All right, for all of us here at the Guest Room Podcast, for KD, for Andy, and for Kevin, and for Lane Kiffin, what is going on in the headphones right now? I'm Mike, and as always, farewell.